Sage Wanderer here. It may look like a beautiful day on Hag Lake, and it is a beautiful day on Hag Lake, and I'm doing some fishing. Except what you can't see is that it's about 40 degrees out here with about a 15-mile-an-hour wind, and it's died down a little right now. It's maybe only 5 or 10, but it has gusts like 15, 20 miles an hour, and the wind chill's got to be in the low 30s. So yeah, very cold day fishing on Hag Lake. I hope we catch something. They put some fish in here recently. They did a stocking, so we'll see if we catch any. But it's so cold, I can't even see the fish wanting to bite. But it sure is pretty. Pretty sunny blue day in the mountains. Sage Wanderer coming at you from down by the river. Actually, this is Scoggins Creek. We are just adjacent to Hag Lake here. It's actually part of the Hag Lake Park system. And Scoggins Creek here is actually closed for fishing, so we did not fish here, but we fished in the main lake, and I actually caught a fish. But as you saw from my previous video, it was so cold. It was like, yeah, it was freezing cold. It was painful cold. And I'm not about trying to get sick, even though it was beautiful, and I did catch a fish. When I caught him, I'm like, let's make coffee and cook the fish. So we're doing that over here on Scoggins Creek. And I got the old solo stove fired up. Right now it is not smoke free because it's just trying to get going. But once it's going, it'll settle in and quit smoking. And then we'll make some coffee and we'll cook our fish. All right, let me get this thing going and we'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, we're gonna clean this fish real quick. In this bag somewhere. There he is. So he's not very big, but he's pretty, and right now he's kind of covered in dirt. We're gonna clean him up, and we're gonna get him on a stick, and we're gonna roast him over the solo stove.
Texas on a windy night in a beat-up Chevy van, loaded up with our innocent dreams, all the love we had.
Well, this was a fun day out at Henry Hagg Lake, and I caught a little fish. We just couldn't stand to be out there. You know, it was white capping. It was really, really windy, and the wind chill had to be down in the low 30s. And we hung long enough to catch one fish, but honestly, I found out I caught him when I reeled in my pole and he was on there, because the wind was blowing so hard you couldn't even tell if he was getting a bite. So we decided to, instead of taking lemons and making lemonade, we took a windy day and one trout and turned it into survival fish stew, smoked trout stew. So that's what you saw in this video. We smoked the trout over the wood in the solo stove, and got a good smoke flavor into him, slow smoked him until he was kind of falling apart. And then we put him in the pot and boiled him with some salt and some Greek seasoning. And yeah, the result was a tasty, hearty soup that filled us both up. And yeah, now I made some coffee. But, why do I go out on these freezing days in the middle of the winter time and do this? Part of it is, I guess I'm just crazy like that. The other part of it is, if you don't practice your survival skills, you don't have any survival skills. That if you don't go out and see if any of this stuff works, if you don't go out and try your equipment and see if it works, if you don't go out and practice this stuff, you don't know how to do it. And when the crap hits the fan and you're under the gun and the pressure's on, you won't be able to do it. And you'll fail, and you'll get frustrated, and maybe if you're a survivor, you'll pick yourself back up again and try over. But if you practice this stuff, if you work on it, if you make it second nature, I mean, even to a guy like me, I make mistakes even though I know this stuff. I've been doing this stuff since I was a kid. But you got to continue to do it. And if you buy one piece of gear, you got to take it out and test it. Here's a winner for you. I think this is Sierra to Summit aircraft alloy spoon. Lightweight, paperweight, weighs nothing, but it's got an extra long handle. I mean, even right down to the spoon you choose, you have to go and practice with it. You have to try it, because if you don't, and you don't get good at it, then you won't be able to do it under pressure. So, if you don't practice survival skills, it's just theoretical. It's not actually real skills. So I get out here even though I'm old and busted up to make sure I can still make fish soup and coffee. All right, thanks for joining me for this really windy, cold day at Henry Hagg Lake, and a little soup and coffee down by the river.